Hey, what's up YouTube? I'm going to be making a care video for the Lined-day Gecko. Scientific name Philsuma linata. Lined-day geckos, they're a pretty good starter day gecko, but I would not recommend getting into reptiles with day geckos. They're very sensitive reptile, so it's not like a leopard gecko where they're, really hardy animal. They're very sensitive. Need to have proper humidity, proper temps, all that stuff. They're also not a good reptile if you want a reptile you can handle, because these guys are really fast, really skittish. Their skin is extremely sensitive. They can tear really easily just by you holding them. So they're definitely not a handleable species. But okay, for care, I have my female in a 12 by 12 by 18 Exoterra tank. I have two of the compact fixtures on top, and one of them I have a 5.0 fluorescent compact bulb, and then in the other one I have a 60 watt a plant bulb or something by Exoterra. I forget the exact name of it. Both these are vital for the gecko, because since they are a daytime gecko, not nocturnal like many other geckos, they do need UV light. It's also helpful if you have live plants in there, like I do. So for these guys, substrate, you want to use Eco Earth or something like that that holds humidity fairly well. They require moderate humidity, nothing too high, but I usually just use Eco Earth whenever I can. It's probably my substrate of choice, just because easy to clean. You don't have to clean it a lot, and allows for the use of live plants. These guys require temperatures from 85 to 90 degrees for the hot area, and then around 75 to 80 for the cool area. Nighttime can drop from 70 to 75. Vital part of having a day gecko, you need to have bamboo. They love bamboo. They crawl on it. They hide in it. So what I did was I took 2 pieces of bamboo, cut them to size, and then I used aquarium sealant and pretty much glued them right to the sides of the aquarium so they are perfectly horizontal. I have a lower one and then a higher one. The higher one is where she usually basks in the morning, get her energy. These guys don't drink water from water dish. You have to spray them with water, either bottled water or tap water that has been treated with dechlorinator. You don't have to use live plants. You can use fake plants. I personally just like to use live plants because it helps keep the humidity in check, and I just think they look nicer. And also, since this is a really small gecko, the plants can actually easily break down the fecal matter, so you really don't have to clean the tank that much. It's pretty much like a little ecosystem in there. These guys eat crickets. They can eat mealworms, I would say small ones. She eats small crickets right now. I give her 4 every other day, and then in between that feeding I give her a fruit baby food mixture. There's a pretty good recipe. I can't remember off the top of my head. I have it written down somewhere, but I believe this is just basic, so you can check online. It's where I got it. Don't follow it word for word, but I believe it's 1 jar baby food, any type of fruit like mango, apricot. They usually like those kind. A thing of plain non-fat yogurt. That's for protein. Or other people say you can use like turkey baby food. I just happen to use the yogurt. You mix those two together. You mix the Crested Gecko Diet by T-rex. I think a teaspoon of that. Now 2 teaspoons of that. Then you want to mix honey in there too. They really like honey. 2 teaspoons of that. And then I think a teaspoon or 2 of lemon juice, because that's a preservative. And what you can do is, this is what I do. I just take the mixture and actually just put it in ice cube trays and freeze it, and it'll last for up to like 6 months, I think, in the freezer. And then you can just take out a cube or cut a cube in half and just feed it to them, let it defrost whenever they need to eat it. And so I mean, their feeding isn't too bad. Feeding's pretty easy for them. They're generally pretty easy to feed, but they definitely need insect matter too. They're not like crested geckos where you just strictly feed them on Crested Gecko Diet. At least I wouldn't recommend it. But that's about it for these guys. They just need, as I said, the full spectrum UV lighting for 12 to 14 hours a day. You just want to make sure your temps and humidity are right, and they're pretty rewarding gecko. Oh, the other thing is, I forgot, you definitely want to keep a fish net around if you keep these guys, like the little small green fish nets they sell in pet stores, because these things are fast, and if they escape, good luck catching them. That's all I can say. I was lucky when she escaped. I happened to be up in my dorm room, so it was a smaller area, not like here where I am now, my basement, where it's this huge area that she could run to. So I was able to close my door, and I actually got her. I didn't have a fish net at the time, so I had to try to wrangle her with like a trash can. She climbed in the trash can, then I threw her in there. But yeah, you definitely want to keep a fish net so it's easier to catch these guys, because you don't just want to grab them with your hand, because their skin will tear really easily and can cause scarring. But other than that, these guys are pretty good starter day gecko. I would either recommend these or Gold Dust Day Geckos or the Giant Day Gecko. But I mean, these guys are really enjoyable gecko. Probably my favorite gecko I've ever had. I really like them a lot. But yeah, and if you do live plants, just make sure you know what you're getting isn't toxic. I just get my plants from like Home Depot, and just make sure you get most of the dirt off there, the fertilizer, when you put the plant in, because it's hazardous to the reptile. But yeah, that's my care video for them, and I'll be posting some more videos soon, so look for them.